Hello guys, welcome to another stream. Starting the stream off with a green Jaguar F-Pace S right there. We got a BMW 5 Series as well. We got a Mercedes GLS 450 Sade as the license plate. Rachel says, "Hi, how are you doing, Adam?" I'm doing great. How about you? There's an Acura MDX post facelift across the street, right behind a Mercedes AMG G63 in black. Beautiful car. Fine, thanks for asking. Oh, no problem. I always make it a habit to ask people follow-up questions when somebody asks me a question. Jason Taylor says hi. Welcome to my stream. Thank you for tuning in. Ooh. Oh, okay. We got a red Jeep Wrangler 4-door in front of this MDX. That one's a pre-facelift MDX. Got a Mustang with a modified exhaust. Got an E-Class in red. Any Bs? I don't see any. You got a purple Dodge Challenger. How has your week been? Hasn't even been the full week yet, but I can already say it's been busy, being a college student and all.
Oh, okay.
I think this is the Scat Pack model, which means V6. I gotta stay away from these cones because it doesn't have any special badging on it. So it's the base model V6. We got a Lexus LS 500, also V6. I really hope that they choose to make a V8 version if it's like an F Sport or something. There's the classic Pontiac Trans Am Turbo. But look at the license plate. I never noticed this before. We Bad Co. Do gas prices jump up? Yes, and they also drop down too, but you seem to have deleted your message, so I can't quite tell what you were asking. Do gas prices go up where you live? They do here once in a while in Kansas City. Yes, as I just answered. Whoa, all of a sudden it's super windy, but look at this. Alfa Romeo Giulia. Man, it is really windy. Seems like a lot of cars on this side have vanity plates. We got a classic BMW M3 convertible. Well, not classic, but it's more than 10 years old. Where in Illinois do you live? Oswego. But I go to school here in Naperville. So it's got the SMG transmission, it looks like, but they didn't set the parking brake. So better hope it's in gear. Mercedes S550 4MATIC. I love those cars. Sun Someday I'll have one in my garage. I don't even want the facelift model. The 2014 to 2017 model is just perfect for me. Alex Murphy says, I live in Westchester County in the town of Scarsdale. I go to school in East Chesterlow. And there's the front of the S550. It's got a vanity plate too. NTS. Imagine if it said NES on it. Maybe I should get a vanity plate next year. I'm going to tell you guys my 2 ideas for a vanity plate. Neon Cat, which is an internet meme I've been into since 2013, or SMBX, which stands for Super Mario Brothers X. Alright, Alex Murphy says, first county north of New York City, by the way. So, I'm going to ask you guys something. Which license plate should I pick for next year if I was going to get a vanity plate? Should I pick Neon Cat? Or should I pick SMBX? Your call. There's BMW 7 Series in a handicap spot. There's another MDX post facelift. Jeep Wrangler. Volvo XC90. Audi A8 L. I think I've seen that one before. Mercedes GLE with adaptive LED headlights. And it's just a run-of-the-mill 350. It's not a 400 or anything. And I think that A8 is a diesel. Might have seen it before. Couple scooters. Naperville reminds me a lot of Scarsdale, to be honest. Audi Q7, Quattro badge on the side. And Alex Murphy says, get the SMBX license plate. Yeah, I was thinking that too. Come here and you'll see all the luxury cars, especially by the Metro North Station. I'll think about that, but I have to finish my first trimester at NCC first. I got 9 weeks if you include this week to go. Otherwise, I have 8 weeks. All right. Well, yeah, I mean, I don't mean to hate, but if people are telling you to change your job, it's likely because they noticed you're not happy with your job. And really, if your job doesn't make you happy, you got the wrong job. So like, say for instance, I finish my accounting major at NCC in a few years, and I get an accounting job, and I don't like it. Then I gotta change my job. Here's another A8. That's a gasoline V8. But you see what I'm saying? See, so say for instance, I didn't like my accounting job like I thought I would. Well, then I could change to something like either a school bus driver or a firefighter or a police officer, something like that. Say I like that better. That, I mean, it doesn't matter about money all the time, because as people say, money cannot buy you happiness. You have to find happiness. So, it's like saying happiness is sort of a luxury that not even $1 trillion can afford. If that makes sense. Got a couple buses. I love your videos. Well, thank you for the support. I'm a big fan, :D. BTW, what do you think of the 2007 Infiniti G35X? I may be getting it as a first car in a couple of months after I finish my driver's education program. Yeah, those might be decent cars. We got a modified Honda Accord with red badging and yellow fog lights. By the way, guys, if you're new to this channel, if you're new to live streaming, I've set up Nightbot on my channel. And if you want to get a list of all the commands, you can type in !commands in the chat, and then Nightbot will give you all of my commands that I've listed. Got an Audi A3. Hey Ronald, welcome to the stream. Forgot what that Acura was called. But nonetheless, it's probably a Type S or a Type R because of that wing. It has a 3.5 liter V6, puts out 306 horsepower, four-wheel drive as well, but the four-wheel drive version only comes in auto. So I'm going to go with four-wheel drive as we get a ton of snow here in Westchester. 0 to 60, 5.5 seconds. Wow, that's faster than my Civic Si. 0 to 60, 6.5 seconds on the Civic Si stock. But say I choose to supercharge it, that could drastically change that figure. That's not bad, TBH. Yeah, I agree. 5.5 seconds, 0 to 60 for 306 horsepower. That is amazing. Got a Jeep Wrangler lawn delay, 4-door with big tires. It's not good for you. Ooh, look at what I found here. We got a Porsche Panamera hybrid. Green brake calipers and everything. E-hybrid badge on the front doors. Oh, and it's a Motorworks Barrington vehicle. That's where I went to demo how the headlight switch works on a Panamera. I was in the showroom. The guys were so nice. They gave me the key to one, and so I did a video on it. Stream difficulties again. I hate when that happens. But we're back online. So as I was saying, I got to show people how the headlight switch works on a Panamera. There it is right there. It's a push button headlight switch, unlike in most cars where you turn a knob to turn the headlights on. So one thing I've noted about that car is no matter what light setting you have it set to, once you turn the car off and then back on, it defaults to automatic lights every single time. It's just like how in a GM car, if you turn the automatic light control off, you know, with the spring, and it pushes the switch back to auto. Turning the car off and back on will reset the automatic light system, and it'll default back to automatic lights. Unless, of course, you turn on the ignition with the light control and the parking lights are on position, but this isn't the case for the Panamera. I'm not sure if it's the case for the new Audi A8 and others of the like. Got my mouse mobile parked right here. But basically in the video, I show people how the light control panel works, including how to turn the lights off. You do that by pushing and holding the parking lights button for 2 seconds. Got another Q7 up here. So yeah, Audi is doing a similar thing to Porsche with push button headlight switches, but instead of having multiple buttons, it's just one button to go between 4 different light modes: automatic, on, parking lights, and off. I'm not sure if Audis are going to default to auto every time they're turned on. They might though, wouldn't surprise me, because they're trying to do everything they can to make sure nobody drives with no lights on at night. Because I've seen a few people do that, and I must say it is pretty stupid, because you could get a ticket for that. Or say, there is this thing that gang members do at night where they drive intentionally with no headlights on. The goal is to go after the first person or group of people in a car to flash lights at them. And once that happens, they go after them and they try to eradicate them. So don't flash your lights at cars with no lights on at night. 2 BMW 5 Series of the previous generation, both the same model, but one has all-wheel drive and one's a different color. Modified F-150, white Porsche Macan. Have you heard about the Audi e-tron Quattro or BMW i3? I've considered those, as those are electric cars, which is important to me as New York's gas prices aren't cheap. Yep, I have. So this is still out of order, which means non-electric vehicles can still park here. So we got an A3 and a Lexus LS V8. See, I thought I was gonna like the new LS. Here's another one, old one. But there are a couple of things I don't like. And that is V6 engine, obviously. Ooh, we got a Cayenne here. I also dislike the fact that the off position on the headlight switch is now the DRL off position. Like you see here how the light switch has an actual off position instead of DRL off. That means you can still have the daytime running lights on in the off position, whereas in the new one you can't. So in the new Lexus LS, you have to have the auto position selected or the parking lights position selected for the daytime running lights to function. Kind of silly. But at least I know they won't do that in Canada, because in Canada, daytime running lights are required by the law. Car manufacturers are downsizing to smaller engines as technology like direct injection and turbos are making the environment more efficient, and the EPA is mandating them to do so. Oh, so that explains why Mercedes-AMG is going to make their next C63 with straight six and hybridization. So I guess you can't call it the C63 anymore. I mean, why not just keep the V8 and hybridize that? Because I've heard their concept of making an over 800 horsepower vehicle. Like, I think it's going to be called the AMG S73. So it'll have the same 4.0 V8 twin turbo that's in the AMG GT. But that engine alone will have 630 horsepower, whereas the hybridization gives it, I think, what, 805 horsepower in total? So let me do the math here. So that's 175 horsepower from the electric motors alone, plus the 630 horsepower from the engine. So that means the AMG S65 will see its demise, as the AMG S73 will replace it, because it'll be faster, more efficient, stuff like that. So it makes the V12 obsolete. What I don't want to see is, I don't want to see a V8 that's obsolete. Now, of course, Mercedes is still going to keep the V12 for the Maybach family. And why am I walking back this way? I'm gonna go back down this way. Because it hasn't even been half an hour of me streaming this. So I figured, why the heck not? I'll continue this way. But you see, it's not that I have a problem with the new engine technology. What I have a problem with is that eventually there won't even be any more V8s. Not from Mercedes, not from BMW, not from Lexus, not from anyone. Not even from Ford or Toyota. So that's my problem with the next generation AMG C63 having a straight six with hybridization. Now, Lamborghini has considered making the Aventador successor still with a V12, still with no turbos, so naturally aspirated, but they're going to hybridize it. So I respect their move. So at least they're keeping the V12 models V12 and the V10 models V10. Alright guys, this is a little dangerous. But there was a Lincoln courtesy car parked right in front of the Cold Stone. The guy put the hazards on in the loading zone and ran across the street over here. He left the car running too, so I just sat over there and held down the fort until he came back. We got a brand new Lincoln Navigator, but look at those LEDs. Let's see, any bees over here? But I even saw a community service officer who works for the NPD come over and get a picture of his license plate, and so I thought he was going to ticket him. But he didn't. I even told him that I saw the guy put the hazards on and jump out, and then I was holding down the fort until he came back so that nobody would jump in and steal the car. But here's the thumbnail car. It's an Audi A8. It's even got window shades. It's another V8 model, post facelift, but I'm still going to like the looks of the 2019 model better. I'm going to look down here real quickly. Here we have yet another Q7. Hoping one time I can come out here at night again and see the Gallardo, because I once saw a silver Gallardo parked out here at night. Must have been Arab o'clock, where all the supercar owners come out and have fun. We got a Lincoln MKC. Pretty sure that's what that is. There's an LR4 across the street. New Jeep Compass. So much better than the old one. Got a Mercedes S550 parking over there. Lamborghinis are pretty... Jesus Christ. Like, when are people gonna learn that the law says stop when pedestrians are crossing? Alright, as I was saying, Lamborghinis are pretty rare in Scarsdale. To see those, you have to go to Greenwich, Connecticut, says Alex Murphy. They never learn. Glad you didn't get hit. Thanks, trooper. First moderator on the stream. This stream, that is. Very rich town, a lot of hedge fund managers over in Greenwich. That's nice. Infiniti S 3.0T Q50S. All-wheel drive. That's for you, Alex Murphy. I'm not going to walk down there today. So we got a Cadillac Escalade over here, Q5, XT5, Q7. Nothing but junk back there. That's the car I was talking about earlier that parked in the loading zone. There's a Lincoln Continental there, if I haven't already mentioned that. But I'm going to end the stream here. So thanks to everyone who tuned in. I might buy one of those Q50s or Q60s if they are hybridized. if the competition is doing it, they likely will do it as well. Well, you have to keep in mind that hybridization is just going to make repairs more expensive when the batteries die. Because even on like a Toyota Prius, it's going to cost $3,000, $4,000 just to replace the battery. But yeah, before I end the stream, here's a BMW M6 Grand Coupe. Right there. Get back over to the mouse mobile. So, thanks to everyone who tuned in to today's stream. Look forward to seeing you next time. Peace out. Slap that like button in the face if you enjoyed. And stay safe, everyone.